I'm hearing some rumors that Avengers Doomsday has wrapped up filming, and that's honestly pretty shocking to me considering what's been going on in Marvel these days. And from what I heard earlier, that the movie might have started filming without a finished script. Now, all that isn't a good combination, especially considering that this is the sort of the climax of the multiverse saga, and all these characters are coming together, and they all need to work together. So yeah, I I am really worried about this movie. But if it has wrapped up filming, I guess it would make sense if the movie is gonna be coming out next year. Now, I personally hope that the movie doesn't come out next year and they end up postponing it for another couple of years, because I don't feel like the story, I mean, the build up isn't there yet. So yeah, well, we have to wait and see what happens. But if the movie is coming out next year, I guess it makes sense that it wrapped up filming about now. Considering that there'll probably be some reshoots and all, that usually happens a lot with movies, certain scenes and all. But from what I'm hearing, the the main story or whatever it is going to be taking place in the X-Men universe. And I'm guessing that it'll probably be in the Fox's version of the X-Men universe, since Marvel hasn't brought out their version of the X-Men yet. I mean, the MCU hasn't brought out their version of the X-Men yet. So I'm guessing that it'll be in the Fox universe, and I'm not sure what timeline that movie will be taking place in that universe anyway, because a lot of stuff happened in that universe. A lot of things don't really add up, and a lot of main characters weren't alive. So yeah, it'll be curious to see what's going on in that universe if we see it. Now, it might end up being an X-Men vs Avengers movie, and honestly, that kind of makes sense. Maybe it's a situation where Doctor Doom has the X-Men working for him. I mean, considering how many Avengers there are out there, Doctor Doom is gonna need a real army to take them on. As powerful as he might be, he's gonna need a lot of help. And the X-Men, well, there are a lot of X-Men in that universe. A lot we haven't even seen yet. Now, an X-Men vs Avengers movie, that could be good, but we still don't have any build up to it, any lead up to it, and that's a problem. But yeah, considering that we don't know much about the story, and maybe the story isn't that deep, I mean, I'm assuming that Doctor Doom probably wants to control the universe or something for whatever reason, and yeah, it's a basic reason if that's the case. And the Avengers fighting the X-Men, it could be pretty awesome to see, as long as there are a lot of good fight scenes. I mean, there are a lot of characters in this movie, so it's gonna be a bit difficult squeezing together a lot of fight sequences and action along with building up the story, since Doomsday is gonna have to build up the story by itself because there's no build up for it. That's the main problem. I mean, when Infinity War happened, you didn't need to any build up or anything. The first thing you saw was Thanos taking down Thor and Loki, and no one had a problem with that because they all knew what was coming and it was about to happen. But Doomsday is gonna have to probably end up building up the story and put in a lot of action, and it makes me think that this is gonna be a long movie, especially with all the characters. Now, I also heard earlier that the Avengers movies for the multiverse saga is probably gonna be one Avengers Doomsday movie and a Secret Wars movie might end up being split into two, and a few movies happening in between it. And yeah, that kind of makes sense because there's not enough build up. I mean, you need some storylines to sync up, and it doesn't have it. So that would make sense. And anyway, Doomsday is probably going to end up being a really, really long movie. I'm assuming it's going to be a minimum of 2.5 hours, maybe even 3. I mean, I guess they could get away with 3 if there's a lot of action and there's no lag. I guess it's possible. And plus, people haven't seen an Avengers movie since 2019, so they're all waiting for that stuff. I'm also hearing that again there's going to be another version of Captain America that's going to be helping Doctor Doom. I'm assuming it might be Captain Hydra, and there's probably going to be evil versions of the Avengers. And if there's evil versions of the main Avengers and the X-Men under Doctor Doom's control, that's a pretty hardcore team. And the current Avengers in the MCU, they might have a difficult time stopping them. So yeah, it will be really interesting to see. And well, what to say? I honestly don't still have much hope for this movie. As exciting as it might be to see all these characters coming together, I mean, we already seen a lot of these characters already coming together in different movies and all that. Some of them here and there. So it's not that big of a thing seeing them together again. So yeah, I guess we have to wait and see. And I honestly hope that they just end up delaying the movie for a couple of years and bring out 5 or 6 movies that completely build up to the story and give us a big story lead up to that movie. So let's wait and see what happens to that, I guess.